G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. We're in Neon. In the previous episode, we applied for a job with Ryujin Industries, attended the interview, and, well, they pretty much offered us a role immediately. So we are now officially a Ryujin corporate rat, and our first task is to actually fetch some coffee for this next upcoming meeting, apparently. So, let's get to it. We can apparently jump the queue, so let's see what happens.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you?
I'm here to pick up an order for Imogen Salzo.
Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody?
Hey man, this nobody managed to pretty much ace that interview, so I'm not taking shit from you. Who is this Ularu Chen?
You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead.
What happened?
Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong, the coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal.
Well, I'm sorry you got fired, my friend.
Yeah, I bet you are. No one's ever sorry in this business. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
Oh god, alright. But why would they want him dead? I mean, unless he's privy to company secrets or something like that he's maybe going to give to some other organization, but what do you mean it's either you or me?
You don't just get to learn all the ins and outs of Ryujin operations and then just walk away. Even worse, I got fired. They don't let that kind of knowledge run around in the head of disgruntled employees. It's just a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands.
Hold on, let's talk about this.
You want to talk? I'll tell you what, you get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed.
Oh, we can easily take this guy out if push comes to shove, but I didn't come here looking for a fight.
Maybe this doesn't have to get out of hand.
Look, I'm highly trained. If you attack me, you're gonna die. Or we go with 3. Look, mate, we can work this out. I know it.
You act like you're better than me. You're not.
Alright, look, you're throwing your life away if you kill me.
You can't be that good. Not yet. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down.
Why would I be the one they send?
Let's just say Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again. Okay, and when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listen to you.
Yeah, of course, mate.
You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
Okay, well, that got crazy real quick. Here we are, just trying to pick up some coffee. But anyway.
Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them.
What can you tell me about that guy?
Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming.
Bit of a ticking time bomb. So, if I did report it, how would Ryujin handle it?
Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayou. You know, the very man that runs Neon. They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course.
Alright, well, I still need to pick up that order.
Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
It is. Alright. Let's get back to Imogen. Gotta deliver this coffee while it's still hot. Whoa. Coffee coming through. Oh, there he is. Or a guy that looks exactly like him. But yeah, I wonder if they will actually send us after Tomo. And if that's the case, whether or not we will have the choice to get out of it somehow, or maybe get him off-world, maybe. Imogen.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup?
It's personal. Won't happen again.
Personal. Huh. I suppose that's one way to put it. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
Okay, just like that, we went from, you know, coffee fetcher to, I don't know what our next position is actually, so, tell me about my new position.
Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far?
That's very vague. What do you mean by influence?
In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see.
Why is it confidential?
Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge.
So, how am I supposed to ensure success?
Well, it depends on the job, really. If someone can't be persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary. You're basically removing obstacles from the equation.
Alright, cool. Well, when do I start?
Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
Oh, okay, so we get to mingle with all of the people here at Ryujin. That guy's actually a unique NPC.
You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for?
What do you mean, accounted for?
We're on a strict schedule. I just want to make sure this impromptu meeting is properly tracked.
No, I guess.
Then I will remind you that the schedule exists for a reason, and we seem to be ignoring it. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure.
Who's Miss Serrano?
Ms. Yuko Serrano? Senior Operations Specialist at Ryujin Industries? She's one of the heads of the department you're standing in.
Okay. Well, Miss Serrano doesn't know won't hurt her.
She might disagree, but fine. Let's leave her out of it. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion.
Now he wants help. Okay. Well, what assignments are you currently working on?
I'm not at liberty to say. I will remind you of another common phrase: loose lips sink ships. So, be cautious around the office and discuss intel at your peril.
Wow, a lot of these Corpo types, they're very, I don't know, high-strung, and they don't seem very trustworthy, and they don't trust other people. What's your schedule like here?
We're each assigned shifts to assist operatives, ensuring coverage at all hours. Personally, I like to keep my circadian rhythms intact. Early to rise, early to bed, as nature intended.
Alright, well, tell me a little bit more about this minor indiscretion.
You're good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me.
What's on these documents?
Pre-assignment intel for one of our operatives. The contents themselves aren't too sensitive, so if you're thinking of betraying me, they aren't worth much as leverage. My sloppiness is simply an embarrassment that I'd like to correct.
Why trust me?
It's not a matter of trust, but one of time. I have little to spare. You do not.
Sure, I'll find your slate.
Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time.
Alright. Why spend time on volunteering?
Perhaps I can best explain with an analogy. There is an aquatic species on Volai Epsilon, which, by cruel irony or test of metal, hatches on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair?
Stop listening 3 sentences ago. Well, life isn't fair.
In the natural world, I'd agree, but here, we can make a change. I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the Underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start, so I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings to the water.
Okay. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. What you call unsanitary, I call character.
The conditions are character building. On that, I will concede. But as much as I dislike the underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some of that weight.
Is this something we need to discuss with management?
Contractually, yes, but I'd rather avoid the embarrassment. Normally, I do a good job of setting boundaries between work and life. This incident is an exception.
Okay, cool. We'll find that, Slate.
Until next time.
Right, well, let's go ahead and mingle and see who we can actually meet here. Okay, various serious-looking folk. Lyndon Calderi.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terrabrew it is.
Maybe Ryujin should acquire Terrabrew.
Terrabrew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terrabrew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often.
Well, there goes my paycheck.
The expenses aren't as extreme as you may think. We limit them. The intent is to discourage, not dishearten. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Okay. It's very short and sweet. Who's this guy? Why can't I speak to him? That's weird. Okay. It's a little bit buggy, isn't it? Genevieve Monahan.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, Head of Marketing and Public Relations.
So you're the one keeping Ryujin in the public's good graces.
Yeah, me and an entire department at my back. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be?
How much work am I going to be? What do you mean by how much work I'm gonna be?
Cleanup, of course. Journalists are pretty quick at putting 2 and 2 together. And I get the pleasure of making sure those connections are never made. Or, if they are, handling the fallout.
Well, I'm kind of new at this, so I may need some forgiveness at first.
A few slip-ups are to be expected. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
Cool, cool. Alexis Price and Camden Cho. There we go.
Fetching coffee 1 minute and junior operative the next. Camden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around.
I'll let you know if I need some pens. What exactly do you do here?
I have the glorious job of keeping all the departments supplied with exactly what they need. Anything from rare materials for R&D to slates and design software for marketing. You could say I'm the one aspect of operations that keeps this department legit.
The barista said she triple-checked the grind.
Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terrabrew coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions.
How does Ryujin benefit millions of others?
Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, tranquility for relaxation, Arboron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from.
Arboron. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if we heard that name before. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
Okay. And Alexis.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you.
Okay, that's not creepy or anything.
The only thing creepy here is your misinterpretation. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse.
What connections do we have with the Freestar Rangers?
For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price.
Okay. Ranger Price. Yeah, I know him.
Yes, you have quite the history with the Freestar Rangers yourself. Which is why I hope you won't be an issue.
Not unless you guys make it an issue. No promises, but I'll do what's necessary.
Unfortunately, I can't argue with that. Completing your assignment is the priority. Just be aware that some of us still have to suffer the consequences.
Alright, well, she's a bag of treats, isn't she? Alright. Well, that's mingling done. Let's go back to Imogen. See what she has for us.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job.
I've been told how much work I would create for them if I'm not careful.
I can only imagine. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We have reason to believe that our friends at Corpo are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now.
Corp must be desperate if they resorted to illegal activity.
Hardly. This is the standard run-of-the-mill tactic we've come to expect from them. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers.
How do I gain access to their computers?
That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get the job done around here.
Okay. Alright, well, let's consider it done.
Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, It should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
Alright, so one thing that I haven't exactly invested much in is our sneaking capability. In fact, let's actually take a look. Yeah. We have nothing in stealth at the moment. We do have 1 skill point to spend. Perhaps we should get stealth. Perform 10 sneak attacks. Oh, that would have been really good to have, like, a few episodes ago while we were fighting all of those pirates, but anyway. Alright, so we are officially part of the Ryujin crew. We've got a main Ryujin Industries mission to follow up on, but I think I'm going to keep that in the back burner, and we're going to continue with a few activities here in Neon. Yeah, I think we'll do this one here. So we met that guy in one of the shops, and he was a little bit upset that one of his fellow, I guess, shop owners in Neon has decided to, you know, pay off Neon security. And they might actually be a little bit corrupt, so we're here to sort of put an end to that, maybe convince him to, you know, stop giving in to their demands and stop paying money to them. So let's go ahead and do that. Apparently there's an optional component of this mission, which is to firstly speak to someone. Ask Rosa about Dietrich Sieghart. So we'll do that part first, actually. So the optional bit, which strangely I thought that we had already done, but maybe I was wrong.
I don't want you to... Poor James. He's been so out of sorts lately.
So what's your opinion about Dietrich?
Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong.
Okay, right. So
Thank you for stopping by.
he's definitely got a difference in opinion of how to handle the situation. We'll just take a med kit there. Just taking a look at our inventory as well, we have 142. There's probably a lot of stuff that we have. Which we should try and sell off. I wonder if we should just do that very quickly right now, since these guys are technically traders, right?
It's not just the Aurora.
Hey there, we're
It's
fully stocked and ready to sell. Sure, let's have a look.
Alright, so what can we get rid of? Maybe packs here? No, my bad. We've got a... Okay, the pirate spacesuit we do need to keep. Can't sell any apparel. And sell some mines. Maybe we've got some weapons or something like that that we might be able to sell. This engagement ring, I really don't know if I should hang on to this or if I should sell it. These medical supplies, again, I have no idea if this is something that I need to keep. It is 0 mass. Get rid of that. Oh no, okay, I was meant to just get rid of like 4 of them. I mean 3 of them, and keep 1. Alright. That should be all good. Get rid of that coffee. And yeah, let's take a look at weapons here. Maybe there's something that we can get rid of. Or maybe not. Okay. 140. I wonder what we're carrying that's so heavy. It could be all of this, which we sort of need to at least research how to make an AMP. But anyway.
Watch your back out there.
Let's hope that we don't end up having to pick up too many things. Alright, Sieghart's Outfitters.
Hey there, Intrepid.
Not sure if we've been in here before.
You wanna head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Let's get sourced a little bit here because I am pretty sure that we're going to have to convince this guy to stop paying off the security guys. So, sparkling wine. Yes, please.
I have plenty of supplies for your next expedition in stock. Welcome to Sieghart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Okay.
I'll bring the blend, you bring the chunks.
It's a date.
Every artifact you have in stock. What? What exactly do you sell?
The question should really be, what don't we sell? We carry a wide assortment of equipment perfectly suitable for stellar exploration and extraplanetary excursions. Best selection in Neon.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a bold claim.
I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed.
You're starting to sound like a used spaceship salesman.
Haven't heard that one before, but I suppose I can't blame you for saying so. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical.
Can imagine. Alright, are you usually this open with your customers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off-putting, I know. I picked up the habit from my mother. She was an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly wherever she traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease paying these exorbitant fees.
Well, choice business locations aren't cheap.
Sure, and going in, I expected it to be expensive. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something?
So how long have you been in business?
I've been at this location for the last 8 years, but I've had a business in Neon for almost 20. As soon as Ryujin broke ground on the tower, I knew the city would start swarming with people, so I went all in. I love this business. It's my life. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Maybe your store could be more successful outside of Neon.
My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage. You won't be disappointed.
James Newell objects to you paying Neon security protection fees.
Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood.
Who's Dexler?
Owen Dexler is head of Neon security. But he is less concerned with crime than he is siphoning money from honest businesses. But it's not just him. All of Neon is corrupt. The only way to survive is to give in to their demands.
What are your thoughts on the Merchants Alliance?
It's fine in theory, but this isn't New Atlantis. It's Neon. Corruption is an institution here. What can a single alliance do to stop what's built into the foundation? I don't want to seem like a defeatist, but frankly, it feels like a waste of time.
You can't be okay with letting Dexler profit off your gains.
You think I'm okay with it? I would like nothing more than to run my business free of Dexler's thieving. But what power do we really have? If I don't pay Dexler, he'll make sure every gang in the city takes a piece of my stock.
I still think you should stop the payments.
And why is that?
Oh, okay. Is this like just an automatic win here? Rosa said she gets why you pay Dexler, but she also said you're a good man, and good men stand up to corruption.
Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very green. It was a different time. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
Alright, there we go. That was quite easy.
It'll be nice to get away from the clubs.
Any interesting NPCs here? No. Okay. Just the good old shop owner. Alright, so let's head back. Give the Newells a little bit of good news.
Hello.
Maybe we might actually have to go to this meeting.
Packaged food? If you're looking for supply, if you have a moment, say hello to my wife, Rosa.
How often have you tried speaking to Siegert yourself?
The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Siegert said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me.
Well, Dietrich has agreed to stop the payments.
Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was talk to him?
It took some convincing, but he came around.
I don't doubt it. Like trying to wipe the slime off a chasm bass.
Oh, let it go, hun. If Siegert says he's in, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city, but it's a start. to chase more zone.
All right, cool. I wonder if we talk to him at another time. Maybe we might have to,
Don't kid
you know, attend that meeting. But I don't know if these guys are going to get into trouble with Neon Security now that we've, you know, convinced people to stop paying. But anyway, let's take a look at the next task here that we can complete in Neon. So we had Borealis claiming that someone's stolen her music slates, and we do need to have a chat with someone here. So she isn't sure by who it was stolen, and she's asked me to speak to Micah over at Euphorica in the hopes of tracking down the suspect. Okay, cool. So we have seen Euphorica before. We haven't exactly been there, so now's a good chance to actually visit.
Sophistication, rarefied air above the sky.
Is there a type of weapon?
Okay, and here we are.
Euphorica, we have everything.
Okay, let's settle this once and for all. Velocity or Chimera?
You kidding? Chimera, all day. Why do you think I'm here?
I don't know. Chimera's nice, but Velocity, that will get you hammered.
See, you just proved my point. Down your third velocity, and you're out cold. By the third Chimera, you're floating on frickin' Cloud 9. I don't know about you, but that's where I'd rather be.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Where the hell did Micah learn to mix a drink like that anyway?
Well, let's face it, some people are just gifted.
Alright, these guys are debating on which drinks are better. So we've never seen this before, Chimera. Plus 10% persuasion chance for 3 minutes, but you get plus 50 damage resistance, minus 15% O2 recovery. I don't know. I don't know if that's better than Velocity, actually. Let's actually take a look at what Velocity gives us, just to compare. Oh yeah, this is much better. But I guess they were talking about like alcohol content and stuff like that, and if you had like 2 velocities, you'll pretty much pass out. Anyway, let's have a chat here. Micah.
Welcome. Please, make yourself comfortable. I can offer you a drink, or perhaps you're here seeking access to our members' lounge, where you can enjoy your Aurora experience in peace.
Aurora? Okay. Isn't it illegal to sell Aurora in your bar? I thought we had to buy it at the Astral Lounge. Tell me more about this members' lounge.
Customers choose our lounge because they desire a more relaxed and sedate journey as they experience the joy of Aurora. We have no blaring music, no crowds, no chaos. The mood here is specifically crafted to allow a full range of mindful self-exploration.
Can I purchase Aurora here?
Sorry, no. Aurora sales are only permitted through the Astral Lounge. We simply provide a safe haven for you to enjoy it in peace.
I see.
If you desire access to the lounge, you can purchase admittance for a completely reasonable fee. Otherwise, you're welcome to relax, listen to our music, and perhaps enjoy a chimera.
What's a chimera?
It's a specialty alcoholic beverage only served here at Euphorica. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Any other perks come with access to the members' lounge?
Not only will you be able to experience one of the most exclusive Aurora lounges in Neon, you also have access to our private bar. The bartender down there is a personal friend of mine, and he sells some rather unique items.
Sounds a little shady. I think I'll pass on the membership for now.
No problem. Let me know if you change your mind. If you need anything else, please, don't hesitate to ask.
I am actually looking for information on a stolen slate belonging to Borealis.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price.
How do I know the information's good?
Because when you work the bar, your clients tend to be more honest than they'd like to be. And besides, information isn't a drink that you can sample.
Well, why should I pay?
When clients come to my bar, they expect a certain amount of discretion. Eroding their trust is not something I'm willing to do for free.
Borealis is an icon in this city. Do her this favor.
She is an icon among other things. Fine. I'll waive the usual fee. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Sauvage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one you want. But you didn't hear it from me.
Okay, cool. What kind of person is this Stratus?
He's one of the usual lowlifes you'll find at Madame Sauvage's. He's also a very fervent admirer of Miss Borealis and her work. It wouldn't surprise me if that admiration extended to her possessions. For fans like him, trinkets and mementos are a way to get closer to the one they admire. Fallen stardust.
Alright, cool. Well, let's get out of here.
Enjoy your drinks.
Alright, and I guess this is the members' lounge. So there's another bartender in this premises. I guess that person might give us different information and all that sort of stuff. I wonder if he mixes, or he or she mixes different drinks. But anyway, so we know where to go to try and potentially find this slate. It's at Madame Sauvage's, and I think we may have actually come across this Stratus person before. We just didn't talk to him, because there's all sorts of different characters there. What is that? Neon core.
Empside's a bad place for tourists these days. Whole area's gone to hell.
A little bit of stutter there. Alright, so we're gonna need to do a little bit more smooth talking here and see if we can actually convince this guy to let go of the slate. I mean, this is assuming he's the one who took the slate, but anyway. Let us take another sparkling wine. There we go.
This song's got me so zoned. Mate, I love her music so much.
Yeah, me too.
You a fan of Borealis too? I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast on the beats, and I love her. Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 Yeah, you hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone.
Sounds like you're a big fan of Borealis.
Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not in the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly.
Okay, this guy sounds like a real creeper, actually. So it's true you're a fan of Borealis?
A fan? Mate, I'm way more than that. I've been following her career since her club hopping days. I know every song, every lyric, and every beat. I can probably tell you the number of hairs on her head, if you cared about that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing weird about it. I just vibe with her music on like a cellular level. You understand? In fact, I've made a whole bloody career out of following that woman. Hell, I probably know that bird better than she knows herself.
Creepy. What do you like about Borealis's music?
It's the way she makes the colours dance. With most beats, you get these colourful flashes, and the world gets all wavy-like. But Borealis makes the Aurora dance like nothing I've ever seen. Her mods puts out a spectrum of colours that don't even exist. When she hits those high notes, and you're completely zoned, you don't just ride the wave, you steer it.
Yeah, sure, I completely agree. She's brilliant.
So you get it then? Borealis's mods are an experience. Every note is like a set of hands lifting you up into the zone real gentle-like. And when it peaks, it's like you reached a whole new state of being.
Alright, mate. Well, Borealis needs her slate back. I was told you might have it.
Mate, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it.
How can you steal from your idol?
I didn't steal anything. Borealis always says her music belongs to her fans. So I just took what was mine.
I don't think that would hold up in a court of law.
Nah, I'll just cite the oldest law in the book. Finders, keepers. I'm not giving up this slate.
Well, there's got to be a way to convince you.
Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her?
As a superfan, you should do what's best for Borealis.
Yeah, I do want what's best for her.
Borealis is going to resent you if you keep that slate.
I don't want that. She should know I appreciate her.
Give the slate back or I'll have to take it by force.
Damn, you're annoying.
Look, if you return it, she's gonna be really grateful.
Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was. As much as I hate to admit it, you're right. Okay, you can have the slate. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
Cool. Alright, that was a little bit challenging to finally get him to part with the slate, but we managed to get there. Definitely a total creep though. Not gonna lie, he's I don't know, if I was making music and those were the types of fans that I had, you know, tripped out to the wazoo, and just, you know, a little bit kleptomaniac-y, then no thank you. Alright, so back to the Astral Lounge. I have to say, you know, Astral Lounge, I didn't even notice this before. Okay. So the guy, Benjamin Bayou, he's still alive, right? So the fact that this is here, he's a little bit of a narcissist. Just a tad. But anyway, yeah, let's go back to the Astral Lounge. Look, I'm not a big fan of the Astral Lounge, to be honest. It's probably not the best place in Neon. Plus, we've got these guys dancing in the center, and yeah, I don't know what to make of this, guys. I have no words.
Come on, dance! Go crazy!
All right.
Having fun?
The sooner we get out of here, the better I will feel. Okay. Now, Benjamin Bayou himself, he hasn't exactly given us any tasks or anything like that, has he? I'm sure at some point we will cross paths with him, and he might actually ask us to do stuff.
Hey there, what's up?
Got your slate back. Can I not talk to you?
Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge. A fan, really. Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time.
True, but that's the price of fame.
And I pay it too often. Sometimes I just want to quit all this and make music for me. But that doesn't keep the aurora flowing or the lights on. So, we make do. But, sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes, it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate you bringing it back to me.
Is the slate I returned still in good shape?
Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Next time, I'll try and keep an eye on it.
Yeah, well, you better, if it's that important.
Soon safe.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I just think a lot of people in Neon are maybe a little bit too dependent on Aurora. And some people are letting it control their lives, really. As much as it is sort of legal to use here, still, I don't know, I'm a big believer in too much of anything is not a good thing. Okay, so, what do we have on the agenda here? So, yes, we need to upload this program at Salt Corp. And apparently Salt Corp is in the same tower as the Astral Lounge and obviously Stroud Eklund. So, yes, we will do this, but I think I'm still going to let that mission simmer for a little bit more. I keep saying that we're going to follow on with the deputy storyline, so I think that's what we'll do next. But considering how long we've been at it in this episode, I think this is where we're going to call it an episode, guys. So yeah, when we come back, we'll check into the deputy mission. Maybe it might be a good idea just to quickly chuck our deputy uniform on and yeah, be ready for the next mission. I am sort of thinking as well, guys, that we might actually have a lot of materials on hand, and I probably want to use some of those materials to research the AMP and at least get that out of the way, and then we can store some of those materials in the ship, hopefully anyway, because yeah, we really don't have a lot of inventory space to work with right now, so I'm keen on pushing that down a little bit. But yeah, anyway, we'll do that when we come back in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you did, definitely leave a like down below. Other than that, hope you look forward to the next one. Stay true. Bye-bye.